Okay guys, so things got a little crazy with everybody trying to print their graphs out and get the graphing quiz in. So we kind of had to leave some things off to the end. Hopefully you organized your portfolio, put all of your graded work into it, and took a look at the notes I had about Health Day tomorrow. Keep in mind that you need to stay in dress code, so that just means no sweatpants or anything like that. You need to bring a paper and pen, and you need to make sure you go to the assigned group that was up on the board. So hopefully you guys caught that. I'm not going to bring that up here. The other thing for homework, you guys should have completed an introduction. And what I want you guys to do is you guys are going to do what you guys see in front of you as a quote selection. This would have been something we would have ran in class, but since we didn't have time, I'm going to do a little vodcast or video broadcast, and we'll just do it via here, and you guys will do it at home. Bring back in questions on Thursday. So here's what you guys are going to do. You are going to, first off, look at your introduction, pull it out in front of you. You should have two quotes. Okay, the first thing you need to do is put a box around the quote. So let's take it one quote at a time. So let's box the first quote in your introduction. And what I want you to do is ask yourselves, is this a fact? If it is, then you shouldn't be using it. No longer are we going to quote facts or common knowledge. It gets a little tricky with science because science is a bunch of facts. But what I want you guys to do is find people, whether it's authors, who make statements that aren't specifically common knowledge facts. So at the bottom here I have an example. A dog has 4 legs. If I'm writing a paper about my dog, I'm not going to go, a dog has 4 legs. You know that, I know that, I'm pretty sure, you know, your younger sibling's going to know that. So instead, maybe I find a quote that says, you know, quote unquote, dogs are like man's best friends, and just like man, there are several kinds of dogs. And then I lead into a discussion about different types of dogs, and that's, you know, kind of where my introduction goes. So, again, put a box around the quote. Now what I want you to do is put stars next to the words in the quote that connect with your hypothesis. So you should have a box and quote and then little stars next to the words that connect to your hypothesis. Ask yourself, do these words make sense? Is there a direct connection to your hypothesis? If you don't even have a hypothesis yet, well, then obviously that's what you're going to need to work on over the course of the next couple days. So your homework is to, 1, complete the quote selection workshop. This is done on draft 1 of your introduction. Okay? The second thing you're going to do is revise, edit your intro. Ooh, that's not your intro. Okay? You need 2 paragraphs. Okay? One with 2 paragraphs, and the first one, as you guys know, is background information, the science of the experiment, and 2 information on some study experiment already completed. Okay? Ooh, that's not even anywhere close to being spelled right. So in terms of what your experiment's going to be, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this. So your experiment, you guys are going to be broken up into pairs, and I'll have this written out for you guys. Again, we're answering the question, does the sense of smell have an effect on the taste of food? And so what's going to happen is next week you guys are going to come in and we're going to run an experiment. You're going to be in partners, and you're going to have 2 types of food that you're going to taste. And only one partner is going to do the eating, not both. So the first time, your partner is going to take the first food, and they're going to close their nose, just like this, and they're going to eat it. They're going to tell their partner, this is what it tastes like, I think it's this. They're also going to be blindfolded, so they're not going to be able to see what the actual food is. So first they do it with their nose closed, and they eat both foods. Then we take chopped up garlic, and they're going to have to hold garlic to their nose, and they're going to eat the 2 foods again. And again, they're going to tell us what they think it is or what it tastes like. And they're still blindfolded. And then the last time, they're going to have mashed potatoes and applesauce. Those are the 2 foods we're going to use. They're not going to have, they'll have the blindfold on, but they're going to be able to smell. and they're going to eat the food and again tell their partner, hey, this is you know, what it tastes like, this is what you know, I think it is. And that's pretty much the experiment. So, you know, the cool thing with these videos and these flip things is that you can go back and watch it. So if you're confused on what I meant by the experiment, that's what we're doing. You're tasting food, you're manipulating, you're tasting food with being able to smell, you're tasting food with smelling garlic, and then you're going to taste the same food with plugging your nose. So that's pretty much what we're going to do to give you guys kind of a snapshot, maybe bring things in. The other thing I want to show you guys, and I'm not sure, I had a program on here that allows me to draw on the screen. Let me see if I can get it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so the other thing I want you guys to think about is if I insert a shape. Perfect, I can insert shapes. That's even better. So I'm going to insert this here, and I'm going to flip it upside down. Okay, perfect. So watch this, guys. The last thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that we are going to talk about the introduction. And down here at the point, the tip of this triangle that's upside down is what your hypothesis is, the if, then, because. Up here in this bigger area of the triangle is your background information, your science concepts, you know, what is taste, what is smell, what is their relation to each other, is there anything in particular I need to know that's going to help me better understand what you are doing. And then down here is our second paragraph, you know, about right here where we talk about an experiment that has already been happened or a study, you know, at some college or university. And we talk about who ran the study, what they found, what they did. We talk about the purpose of our experiment, why we're doing what we do. And then again, down here is the hypothesis. So that kind of just is another visual in terms of what to be doing for your introduction. If you guys have any questions, you can shoot me an email. We can Skype. That's also an option. Yeah, that's your homework. So again, you guys are going to do your quote selection on draft 1. Oh, and the last thing, when you revise and edit your introduction, open up your draft 1 and you need to do track changes with the balloons. You guys, I believe, ooh, that's spelled wrong. You've been doing that in history, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you on Thursday.